Genius Zone. Put your passion in line with your priorities by Eureka to Educate. Where do you spend most of your time? In your genius zone, your zone of excellence, your zone of incompetence, or your zone of competence? What is your genius? You have to experiment, you have to play around, you have to engage your heart and your mind, feel in line with your creative forces. Try to spend at least 10 minutes a day. Start with that. This is your nourishment. It gives you hope, feels like you're building something, you see progress. Stay in your genius zone, think about it. Sometimes people take too much time in your zone of incompetence. This is where you are doing things that you don't have a good grasp or skills in. Many people don't do this better than you. Remember your first job bagging groceries? That's the kind of thing. For example, I'm not good at mechanics, nor am I interested in learning about it. This is my zone of incompetence. Your zone of competence. This is your zone that you're average in this task and have satisfactory understanding and skill. Some people are better at it than you are. You can be replaced with the same level of performance. That kind of barista job, mech job that you could replace the person behind the counter, that's the kind of zone of competence that people have. Your zone of excellence. This is where you are operating at a very high level in terms of skills and expertise. In this zone, you have accumulated a lot of knowledge and set of skills and tools that you know how to use exceptionally well. Lots of people go to university, higher education to go and get those skills. There are not many people that you could do this as well as you do. In your area, you are seen as being excellent and well above average. The zone of excellence is fantastic, but could also be a trap. Your zone of genius. This is where you are in the flow. You feel strong, excited, energized, and as you could continue almost indefinitely in this doing of this work. Time almost stands still, and you're fully absorbed in using all your skills, but also your full spectrum of gifts. There is no one that can do exactly what you're doing in the way you're doing it. This is your zone of genius. Here are some tips to help you to find your zone of genius. When do you feel most alive and energized? What are you doing? What are you thinking? What are you feeling? How are you doing this? Sometimes it's not what you're doing, it's how you're doing it. What are you doing and experiencing in these times? When you join a work or social group, what you just brought to the party that wasn't there before. You know, that little spicy flavor that you have. What do people often compliment you for? More question to tap into your genius? Why do you want to do this? Sometimes you need to ask. What is your genius zone? So you have to think about your excellence, competence, incompetence. What is your genius zone? Who is your ideal audience? Who likes the same thing as you are? Sometimes it's a good way to find out your genius. Now, time to get your genius out.